Though free to think and act, we are held together, like the stars in the firmament, with ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Of all things I liked books the best. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. Soon became convinced I was right and undertook the task with all the fire and boundless confidence of youth. We should effect a radical reform in the character of the food. All of these years of my service towards mankind did not bring me nothing but assaults and humiliations. All these observations fascinate us and fill us with an intense desire to know more about the nature of these phenomena. I am filled with conviction that the interests of humanity would be best served if the United States remained true to its traditions and kept out of entangling alliances. War cannot be avoided until the physical cause for its recurrence is removed, and this, in the last analysis, is the vast extent of the planet on which we live. Every effort under compulsion demands a sacrifice of life energy. I never paid such a price. On the contrary, I have thrived on my thoughts. I had produced a striking phenomenon with my grounded transmitter and was endeavoring to ascertain its true significance in relation to the currents propagated through the Earth. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. The development of man, ultimate purpose, the complete mastery of mind over the material world. One of the most gratifying results of intellectual evolution is the continuous opening up of new and greater prospects. Universal peace is a beautiful dream, but not at once realizable. I am part of a light, and it is the music. The light fills my six senses. I see it, hear, feel, smell, touch and think. Thinking of it means my sixth sense. Particles of light are written. Note: a bolt of lightning can be an entire sonata. 1,000 balls of lightning is a concert. For this concert I have created a ball lightning, which can be heard on the icy peaks of the Himalayas. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Though seemingly affected only by its immediate surrounding, the sphere of external influence extends to infinite distance. The scientific man does not aim at an immediate result. He does not expect that his advanced ideas will be readily taken up. His work is like that of the planter. For the future, his duty is to lay the foundation for those who are to come, and point the way. He lives and labors and hopes. His method was inefficient in the extreme, for an immense ground had to be covered to get anything at all unless blind chance intervened, and, at first, I was almost a sorry witness of his doings, knowing that just a little theory and calculation would have saved him 90% of the labor. But he had a veritable contempt for book learning and mathematical knowledge. Trusting himself entirely to his inventor's instinct and practical American sense. In view of this, the truly prodigious amount of his actual accomplishments is little short of a miracle. I had a veritable mania for finishing whatever I began, which often got me into difficulties. On one occasion I started to read the works of Voltaire when I learned, to my dismay, that there were close on 100 large volumes in small print which that monster had written while drinking 72 cups of black coffee per diem. It had to be done, but when I laid aside the last book I was very glad, and said, "Nevermore." When a child is born, its sense organs are brought in contact with the outer world. The waves of sound, heat and light beat upon its feeble body, its sensitive nerve fibers quiver, the muscles contract and relax in obedience, a gasp, a breath, and in this act a marvelous little engine, of inconceivable delicacy and complexity of construction, unlike any on earth, is hitched to the wheelwork of the universe. War cannot be avoided until the physical cause for its recurrence is removed, and this, in the last analysis, is the vast extent of the planet on which we live only through annihilation of distance in every respect, as the conveyance of intelligence, transport of passengers and supplies and transmission of energy will conditions be brought about someday, ensuring permanency of friendly relations. We are just waves in time and space, changing continuously, and the illusion of individuality is produced through the concatenation of the rapidly succeeding phases of existence. What we define as likeness is merely the result of the symmetrical arrangement of molecules which compose our body. Of all the endless variety of phenomena which nature presents to our senses, there is none that fills our mind with greater wonder than that inconceivably complex movement which we designate as human life. Its mysterious origin is veiled in the forever impenetrable mist of the past. Its character is rendered incomprehensible by its in. We are automata entirely controlled by the forces of the medium, being tossed about like corks on the surface of the water, but mistaking the resultant of the impulses from the outside for free will. The movements and other actions we perform are always life-preservative, and though seemingly quite independent from one another, we are connected by invisible links. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. It is the most important product of his creative brain. Its ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of the mind over the material world, the harnessing of the forces of nature to human needs. I think, therefore, that vegetarianism is a commendable departure from the established barbarous habit that we can subsist on plant food and perform our work even to advantage is not a theory, but a well-demonstrated fact. Many races living almost exclusively on vegetables are of superior physique and strength. There is no doubt that some plant food, such as oatmeal, is more economical than meat, and superior to it in regard to both mechanical and mental performance.